I personally wanted this case solved. It was always a matter of fact, something that isn't in any reports. A year before I was arrested, I had this is going to sound funny, but I had a dream. And the dream was about when I was a child, when I was about 13. And then I woke up in the middle of the dream and I thought, that's who might have done it. Because I remembered a conversation on the playground a block away from my house.
So it's just a coincidence that when the police are now looking at you as Maria Ridulph's killer, that you have a dream?
I had a dream.
Of the real killer? A guy by the name of Brooks?
Yes, yes. And the reason...
You know, that sounds...
I don't care how it sounds.
What it sounds like is a guilty person who's trying to point the finger at someone else.
Okay.
And you know that. You're a former cop. You know that. That sounds like somebody who's trying to put the blame on someone else.
I don't care how it sounds. It's a fact.
There's no evidence that you called the FBI with that.
And then they don't keep good records then, because I called them.
You called the FBI?
I did.
Which office?
I called in New York, I believe.
You called the New York? Why would you call the New York office of the FBI when the crime occurred in Sycamore and you're living in the state of Washington?
Well, that's where I figured that's where the FBI were from. They're from, I don't know, they're back east anyway.
What did you tell the FBI?
I told them that the case of Maria Ridulph hadn't been solved, and that I said, this is going to sound funny, but I had a recall, and the recall was that a boy on the playground who I didn't even know came up to me and said, "Do you know that guy over there?" And I said, "Yeah, I know him." And he said, "That guy wants to talk to little kids about sex." So I said, "Well, we have nothing to do here," so we went and played somewhere else on the school ground.
And who was that kid?
Brooks.
Why wouldn't you have told the police back then if you really thought you knew who had taken Maria Ridulph?
Didn't think of it. Didn't think of it.
Didn't think about it?
Didn't think
You're
of it.
being interrogated by the FBI and it didn't occur to you of another suspect?
Oh yeah, I think. Well, I may have told them to look at him. I may have, but I don't recall.
So, Jack, you're saying to me now that even before you knew that you were a suspect again, you called the FBI with a tip on who might have kidnapped Maria Ridulph.
Coincidence.
Just a coincidence.
Coincidence.
You know that sounds.
I don't care how it sounds. I'm only telling you the truth. Fact is fact.
When you were talking to the Seattle police, they showed you your picture in the lineup, and you indicate you didn't even recognize yourself.
I didn't recognize me.
You really didn't recognize your own picture?
Didn't recognize my own picture.
Again, that looks like you're trying to avoid any kind of
Don't
connection.
care how it sounds. It's a fact. They took they blew up a picture from a picture of me and my girlfriend, and we were in Aurora at having dinner, and you know they come around and take pictures. So it was the picture was a bigger picture of me and her at the table, but the photo was only a blurry picture of me, and I hadn't ever seen that picture. My girlfriend had it. But
yeah, but it was you. I mean, it seems to me you'd recognize yourself at 17, 18
blurry
years
picture,
of age.
didn't recognize it.